Hello HSA staff. If you haven't heard already, we have a new reimbursement process. On July 3, 2017, the City and County of San Francisco migrated its financial system to PeopleSoft Financials, a state-of-the-art online product. This migration changes the way you will process your employee reimbursements. With the new system, employee reimbursement requests must be entered online, in the same module where we currently enter our time and attendance for payroll. Along with entering the requests online, staff will be able to track the processing of the requests. Expense reimbursement payments will then be made through the payroll system during the non-payroll weeks in the same method as selected for payroll. Before July 3rd, employees submitted their travel expenses, field expenses, and miscellaneous work expenses on Form 319, 350, and 4028. In the new system, the information from all three forms will be entered online from the People and Pay portal. You may remember that air and hotel travel reimbursements were processed using Form 319. In this new system, trips outside Northern California or that require flying need pre-approval and are entered through the travel authorization page. Go to the Employee portal, click on Employee Links, and then click on the Create Modify Travel Authorizations link. Trips for client visits and local meetings are not considered travel, but are considered field work and can be directly entered into the expense report after the fact. Miscellaneous reimbursable work expenses previously submitted through Form F4028 are also submitted here through the Create Modify Expense Report link. This is the first screen encountered after clicking the Modify Create Travel Authorizations link or the Modify Create Expense Report link. Your employee ID will be pre-populated here. You would click on the Add button to add a new entry, or you can click on the Find an Existing Value tab to bring up a saved entry you made previously. Once you are in the module, you will enter the header information, including business purpose, which ranges from conferences, education, investigations, to training and recruiting. The report description is where you would give your expense report a title, such as June 2017 Travel Reimbursement. Next, you'll list the expenses. You'll provide the date, the expense type, and a description of the expense. Expense types range from airfare, auto expenses, meals, to registration fees. You also have the option to select Other if your expense type is not listed. To include your backup documentations, click on the small paperclip icon and then add the attachments that go with the expense. As you complete each line, click on the Save for Later icon to get a report number. In this example, the report ID ends with 119 and the status is pending. You'll notice that the account and department is pre-populated, but you will need to fill out the fund and authority with code 10000, the PC business unit with SFGOV, and the activity 0001. For the project code, you would enter the appropriate code for your department, which are listed as follows. For admin staff, 1700, for DOS, 1701, FCS, 1703, and for all other programs, 1705. Once you're done entering the travel authorization, you can click on the Summary and Submit button, which would ask you to certify that the information you provided is accurate and complies with the agency's expense policies. Click on the Summary and Submit link. If there is a red flag, there is an error in your report. To see the error, click on the red flag. In this example, you'll see the accounting details are not filled out. Once you input the correct information, the red flag disappears and you can submit the report. When you enter expenses, you have two options. You can choose to enter a line for each instance of a type of expense, or you can choose to summarize the same expense types in a month into one line by using existing forms as backup. Here are two examples. In this first example, notice that there is a separate entry for each case. You can see that each case address is entered in the description on separate lines. In the second example, there is just one entry for several cases. For the summarized option, you would need to include support documentation. There are three kinds of approvals that take place when you submit a reimbursement. The first is from your direct supervisor, as indicated on the payroll approval page. The second is when fiscal staff reviews the claim for accurate calculation and backup documentation. And finally, the fiscal supervisor provides the final payment approval. Once submitted, you can watch the submission acquire approvals and then see the payment get scheduled for the next off-payroll week. To monitor approvals, start at the Employee Portal and click on the Work Links tab, and then the Financials link. From there, navigate to the main menu, then the Employee Service, then the Travel Expenses link, the Expense Report, and finally to the View screen. This brings you to the search screen where you enter your report ID, and then you can click on the specific report you want to track. Here you can see that the report has been submitted but has not obtained supervisor approval yet. We know that this is a significant change in business process. To provide quality service during this transition, the fiscal team will continue to accept the traditional paper forms and make the entries online on behalf of the staff over the next 2 months. By August 31st, 2017, you will have to submit the reimbursement forms online, and we hope that you will have had enough time to learn to navigate this new process. For questions and additional resources, please check out the links on the screen. Thank you for watching this short video, and more importantly, thank you for the wonderful work you do for the community of San Francisco.